Hey guys, Kashira here. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to make money on YouTube with a small audience. So listen, one major misconception is you have to have 100,000 followers or even 1 million followers to make money from YouTube, and I am here to tell you that is simply not true. So if you're interested in tips on how to make money on YouTube, make sure you stay tuned. Before I jump in, let me quickly introduce myself for those that are new. My name is Kashira. I am a business strategist, and I specialize in helping women entrepreneurs develop magnetic messaging, package their expertise into high-ticket coaching programs, and sell them online in an organic way. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos on business, branding, and my day in the life of an entrepreneur vlogs, excuse me. So let's go ahead and jump into these tips. Let me first just remind you and reiterate, you do not have to have a large audience on any particular platform to make money, okay? I have been making money for years. My first 6 figures, I don't even think I had, past 10,000 followers on Instagram at that point in time. My YouTube channel was still a baby channel. Like, I'm here to tell you that that misconception is just simply not true. And if you believe that, that is actually what's going to happen. So your mindset really does impact this, but also you have to recognize that quality over quantity will always reign supreme. There are people, believe it or not, who have 100,000 followers who don't buy. There are people who have 1 million followers that don't buy. I don't know if you guys have heard the stories over the years of influencers who have tried to launch products, simple things like the girl who launched a t-shirt line, the $25 shirts, and they didn't sell at all, and she had like 1 million followers. I'd rather have 100 people that follow me, that buy and support me and refer me, than to have 1 million people who just like and comment and move on. So again, mindset, outlook, recognize quality over quantity. First things first. The 2 things you need to make money with a small follow me, either here on YouTube or any social platform, is a product or service that you're actually selling and a freebie. Those are the 2 things that you need. So hear me out. The reason why you need that freebie is because if you sell services, that's going to really be important. So I'm going to jump back and forth between talking to product brands and service brands. So just bear with me here, okay? So if you have a physical products brand, you can make money by simply showing off that product consistently, right? So if you sell clothes, wear your clothes in your YouTube videos and demonstrate your clothes. So if you sell a dress, you can do a video on 5 ways to sell that dress. If you sell earrings, you can do a video on 3 looks that go with the earrings, right? So your YouTube channel and your social media will be dedicated to that product. But a lot of times, all we do is boring stuff like a basic show and tell, and we just wait to see what happens. But you want to always innovate and create video content around that, and then influence your customers to take action by offering them an incentive. So typically, for example, when I launch a new product collection for that weekend, I always post a show and tell video here on YouTube, and I have a code for free shipping for the whole weekend. So I don't discount the products, but I offer an incentive because I know with the YouTube traffic, I'm likely getting a lot of new eyes and new people for the first time, and they don't know me like that. They haven't built that know, like, and trust factor. So by offering them a small incentive like free shipping or a free gift that they spend over a certain amount, that increases the likelihood of them buying. Now, switching to my service-based people, this is where we need a freebie, because when we sell services, they're typically more higher ticket, and if we sell products like courses, they still are typically higher ticket, which means we need to build the know, like, and trust factor. And oftentimes we may struggle with building that in a short 10-15 minute video, so that's why you need a freebie. So you want to always have a call to action in your videos where you ask people to actually download your freebie. Your freebie could be a masterclass, an ebook, a workbook, an audio series, whatever you like. And then from there, you nurture the relationship with the people who downloaded that freebie through your email list and take them through a very short email funnel. Well, I don't want to say very short because it can be short or long. It depends on your strategy. But take them through an email funnel where you're helping them get to know you. And you're not selling necessarily right away, but you're introducing them to maybe your other content. So you may either link to your other YouTube videos or to your podcast or your Instagram content, but you're helping them get to know you, and then ultimately you're asking them to purchase from you, whether that's your course or your high ticket coaching program. So The key to winning with that though is the freebie needs to relate, right? It needs to relate to two things. It needs to relate to the thing that you're selling at the end of the funnel, so your course or your service, and it also needs to relate to your video content. So you do need to be intentional around making sure that your video content relates if you're trying to use YouTube. So here's an example. As a business coach, I'm probably not going to get clients making videos about hair. Now, do I love hair? Yes. Is hair a really great hobby for me? Absolutely. But it's not going to relate. It doesn't make sense for me to make a video where, you know, showcasing a wig and then saying, oh, you guys, go and download my ebook on how to build your email list. It just doesn't relate. So that means you need to be intentional. You have to have a strategy. You have to outline your video content, make sure that it relates to the freebie, make sure the freebie relates to your service, and it's all going to connect, right? And so one other thing that you need to consider with this is that you do need to be consistent with your content. I know when you're getting started and you're getting up and running, it can be hard because you're like, well, no one's seeing me yet, no one's liking me yet, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, I've had people literally tell me they found me randomly on YouTube, binged watched 4 or 5 of my educational content videos, decided to opt in for my freebie, right? And they also decided to book a call with me. And by the time the call happened, because my calendar is a little crazy, it's a little wonky, so it's rare to book a call and be able to get in the next day. So typically people get in like next week. So between when she booked the call and we had the call, she had already gone through my email funnel and bought a course, paid in full for the course, and then was still ready to sign up for a coaching program. I don't even have 5,000 followers on YouTube yet. And that exact scenario happens over and over and over and over again. But again, that could never happen if I didn't have anything to sell and I didn't have a freebie to offer. So in order to make money on YouTube as a service provider, you have to take a step back, get off of YouTube for a second, and really think about, what am I trying to sell? What freebie am I going to leverage to nurture a relationship with someone? And then also, what videos am I going to intentionally film and develop to then get that person into my ecosystem so that I can then sell them the offer that they need? I want you to let me know down in the comments, what's one thing that you can sell online? So if you already have a product or service, let us know what it is in the comments. If you don't, but you have ideas, let us know. I'm happy to reply to you in the comments and give you suggestions as well if you're stuck on things. So definitely let's have a conversation down in the comments. So before I let you go, I want to give you just a couple of quick best practices on how to create the right kind of video content to actually drive engagement to your email list and drive sales. So first and foremost, your videos don't have to be that long. I know, even though I personally enjoy long YouTube videos, I love being able to like binge watch videos, most people's attention spans are not that long. In fact, there's a book that I love called Talk Like TED, which evaluates all of the best TED Talks, and they say talks that typically don't range past 18 minutes are the best ones and the most viewed ones. So my best practice would be, try to make your YouTube videos between 10 and 18 minutes. That's actually easier than you would think when you start to write out all of your talking points. Because for your talking points, you may give examples, scenarios, maybe do some storytelling, things like that. So 10 to 18 minutes, okay? So not too short and definitely not too long. Secondly, make sure that those topics, even though you're going to connect those topics to your freebie and your offer, they need to show off your expertise, right? So they need to be really good topics that say she's an expert or he's an expert. They know what they're doing. They're really, really good. And so what that means is sometimes you need to go beyond the basic Google search information. And if you're truly an expert in what you do, that shouldn't be difficult for you. So one thing to remember is that you don't have to give away your entire product or service, but you also shouldn't be stingy with information either, because again, if you're an expert, you shouldn't really run out of things to talk about, and you should be able to talk about your topic on end. Will this require some planning on your part? Absolutely. But this is also just going to help you to start to position yourself as an expert on all platforms, because you can apply this strategy all over the place. So this also may mean that you need to do some more market research on your customer to see what are some of their core problems that relates to your expertise, so that you can maybe create content around that. Now, typically your product or service will sell one, typically your product or service will solve one core problem for your person, right? But they may have a couple of other problems that are related to that core problem that you may be able to help them solve through your free content, right? And by helping them solve it through your free content, you're building way more credibility in their mind to get them to hire you to help them solve that main core problem. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So with that, I do have a freebie for you to help you get started. And this is for people who are really struggling with getting clarity on what they want their business to be, getting clarity on what problem they solve and what type of offer they have. I have a free ebook for you called Build Your Side Hustle in a Weekend. Now let me tell you, it is not a short one. It is a long one. There are a lot of worksheets in it, but it's definitely worth the download and worth the read if you're struggling to figure out, what am I going to sell and how do I want to position myself? Because what I don't want you to do is to just jump straight on YouTube with no strategy, because you're going to just waste your time, right? Because you may end up finding out later that the stuff that you've been making content on is not really relevant to what you want to have a business in. So why don't you do the hard work first of figuring out what kind of business you want to have and what you want to sell by downloading my free ebook in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to this channel, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.